at the developmental level. This disturbance causes clinically significant impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of function. There is no clinically significant general delay in language. However, I do not display any restricted, repetitive, and stereotype patterns of behavior, interests, and activities, and hence do not meet full criteria. My primary diagnosis was therefore decided to be learning disorder with specific weaknesses in visual processing, planning, and sequencing, and visual motor integration. These difficulties impact my social functioning, and that they make it difficult for me to read nonverbal social cues. My depressive and anxiety symptoms appear to be in response to both childhood experiences and learning differences and their impact on my overall function. Then it finally gives me recommendations and treatment considerations, psychological recommendations, and it talks about that I should work close. If I decide to go back to school, I should work closely with the learning specialist. I qualify to be given a quiet space and extended time during exams and standardized tests. I should be given the syllabus and chapter headings and reading the materials ahead of time to familiarize myself with it prior to them beginning. I should underline and annotate all reading materials and have an overall structure in which to place the information. I should work with a tutor or learning specialist. I should read synopsis of the material that I'm required to read to help me get conceptual understanding of the material. I should sit near the front of lecture halls and away from other students who are talkative or disruptive, and try to stay actively engaged in class discussions and ask questions. Notes from class should be made available to me for review. I should review notes a few times after class to help encode the information to memory. I should not be required to copy information off the blackboard. I should be given a written copy of any information displayed in class. Consider studying with classmates. It should be chosen carefully and should be an individual who can help in the areas where I'm struggling in a sensitive and patient manner and help me prioritize information. I should seek a career counselor. Get a sense of how to make use of my strengths. And the psychological recommendations are, just it's reinforcing the idea to continue my therapy and all that, continuing with medications. And as I said, I have 2 different packets here. And this one here is the one that if I go to school and to give it to the administration, I guess, and they'll set it up, they'll set me up there. And one more note before I head off again. I'm no longer attending my current place, which I have talked about. I'm attending a new place, which is quite far from where I live, but I made a decision, that I want to continue with my therapist that I had a bond with and everything, so I'm going there and starting today. Earlier today, I went for the first time, just to see what's up, what's going on, where it is and all that. And starting next week, I'll be going there every Monday at noon. And one new addition, however, is there'll be a fee that I have to, bring in every week. Just decided I'd pay $30 every visit. Yeah, so that's the only minus, I guess, is that I'm not getting the same free visit that I previously. But other than that, it's not. I don't really have a whole lot to discuss. It's just there's so much that I just simply don't have the, I don't know, I don't have the desire to make these very long. Yeah, I know some of you people, some, not all of them, but you can't usually sit and watch too much. This video here might just be too long for you to watch, but I made it anyway. So if you can, I get cheered up by your comments and your messages or whatever. It's reassuring to me that I have an audience. I'm going to every day when I get online, I'm sifting through my email and I'm looking for the YouTube message there, with notifying me that I have a message awaiting, a comment, and even if it's not the most positive thing, I'll still read it and just send it over. I'm anxious to hear from all of you. It's enough for now and for a while. Bye.